Okay, we're going to start off with just kind of a circle shape. So draw a nice large circle on your page. And when you start off on a drawing, remember you want to draw lightly in pencil so that you can darken it in later if you decide that's where you want your line, but you don't want to make it too dark in the beginning or it's going to be hard to erase. Okay, so I drew my circle pretty large on my page here. I'm going to trim off part of my circle to make it a little bit different shape. So I'm going to erase this little section.
Looks like an X. No,
kind of.
Kind of like an X.
Okay. Then I am going to kind of sketch in where I want the face of my guinea pig to be. And it's going to take up actually most of this space. So I'm going to just kind of sketch in lightly a little circle. Okay? And I want to draw first kind of the pattern of his hair growth on his face. He's got a white patch here. Okay, so I'm going to just draw this in like this. I'll darken these in case you guys are having trouble seeing. Okay, so that's the shape that I want to begin with. Right here is where I'm going to put my guinea pig's eye. And I'm going to give him another eye right over here. I'm going to make this one look smaller because of the angle that I'm viewing it at. I want to draw his nose right down in this space. And so I'm going to sketch it in kind of like a triangle to begin with. Okay. Once I have that general triangle shape, I can actually give it better detail because I know that I want to draw a little nostril there. I know I want to draw a little nostril here. I'm going to draw just a little mouth right under here. Just a little suggestion of a mouth. Okay. Then I will sketch in a shape for the ear. And then another ear should go right about here. Okay. And guinea pigs are pretty chubby little critters. So I'm going to start sketching in the feet, but I want to make the feet underneath of him. So I'm going to sketch in right here, just a little curve, kind of like a letter D shape right here. I'm going to sketch in another shape right here for another foot. And then I want to draw a tiny one right back here, okay? So these are my basic shapes. Now I'm going to start making it a bit more detailed and add some value to my picture. Okay? So what I want to do first, I'm going to draw a little sparkle, a little circle inside my guinea pig's eye. And I'm going to shade everything in but that little sparkle. Then I'm going to do the same thing over here. Okay, I'm going to start adding in some value and detail. So the lightest area of my guinea pig is going to be this white area right in here that I drew. Everywhere else is going to be a bit darker, so I'm going to shade in just a light gray color. If you have trouble getting your shading to be smooth, you can kind of smudge it with your finger a little bit, or you can just make it in the direction that the hair is growing, and that way if you can see a lot of little sketchy lines, it just looks like you added extra detail and made that fur texture, right?
Yeah.
So then it just looks like, yeah, I'm really cool. I meant to do it that way. I'm going to go back to that area again in just a little bit and add some more value in certain places, but right now I'm just getting the overall light value. I'm going to start shading in this area back here as well, because this is also going to at least have a little bit of light gray value. If you guys have been in my drawing group before, you know that with furry animals, you don't want to leave the edge too smooth. So you can go ahead and give that edge a little fuzzy texture if you want to. So give him a little fuzzy texture. You can even come in here on the edge of his face and add a little fuzzy texture. That makes him look a little bit more. Okay, now we're going to start adding a little bit more shading in certain places, and we want to add the detail of the feet also. So that's our next step. Let's give him some darker shading around the edges of his ears. Okay, so we're starting to get somewhere here with our little critter. We're going to just add just a little hint of some little detail here. Don't want to add too much, but just a few little hints of some furry things going on there. And then for his feet, let's draw in some toes. So draw in some toe shade in between those toes, really nice. And add some value to this part, because this is the underside of his tummy. So it's not getting as much light as some other areas, right? I'm going to give it a little more shading here. We're going to add in some toes on this foot. Make it kind of dark. And then this one back here, we're not going to be able to see very much detail. Shade that in a little shading to the underside of him. That's looking pretty good guinea pig overall. I'm going to add just a little bit of value here on this side of his face, right by his ear. Just a little bit of value over here. But overall, I'm pretty happy with my guinea pig. Now, think about what kind of environment your guinea pig might be in. If yours is like in a cage, then you might draw like some little bedding pieces around, you know, kind of rough looking stuff, like little wood chips, right? Put in some nice soft wood chips that have like lots of nice texture, and right underneath our guinea pig, make it a little bit shadowy right underneath of him. Give him a little bit of a shadow so that he looks like he's firmly planted on the ground. Okay, so sketch in your bedding. You can be more detailed than I am if you want to. I'm just kind of making it kind of little rough marks. So, once I feel like I have everything the way I want it, as I get further away, I'm going to make the lines closer together and more abstract. Because up closer, I can see more detail. Further away, it gets a little different. So, when you're finished with your guinea pig, you're proud of your work. You need to make sure that you sign it.